Hi singers, welcome back to Survival for Singers. A lot of my students have been asking recently about warm-ups. What should I do on a regular basis? Does it depend on the day? If you haven't watched my previous videos, the guided warm-ups 1 and 2, give those a watch. I take you through a few different warm-ups, but I thought today I'd just take you through another warm-up since this is a really common thing, and a lot of us find that on any given day we're not really sure what to work on. Here are some standard warm-ups that should work on any given day. Obviously, I always recommend warming up to the needs of the day. So if you're about to sing a full 3-hour opera that day, that's a little bit different warm-up than maybe a quilter art song. Regardless, you should always be warming up, paying attention to your voice. Some days you're going to feel warm already. That's okay. That's not a trick. It is okay if you feel pretty warm to go ahead and sing in. You always just need to be paying attention to what you're feeling and what you're hearing, secondarily here, primarily here. Make sure you're feeling things that feel healthy, but if you feel warm, you feel warm. If you're hydrated and rested, there's a good chance you won't need an extensive warm-up. Again, depending on what you're singing. But here's a little warm-up that you can try. Okay, we're gonna start here in A major. Start with some vowel lining up here, vowel tune-up as I like to call it. Again, you can find the vowel tune-up isolated by itself on a different video. So, okay, good. Let's warm up a little towards the top now. Now this is a very middle voice exercise. I wouldn't take this too terribly high, maybe just up through the first part of the passaggio, but no need to get to your highest notes of your range with this particular exercise. Okay, so again, starting in A major. Okay, that's an E major chord up on the top. That's about where I like to stop with this one. Okay, now do just a little bit of movement. Remember, all this is cartilage. There's only one bone in this region. That's the hyoid bone up here on top. So it's okay to move this around. In fact, if it's really tight, that maybe means that you're really tight in this area. Should be able to move that neck around like this and pivot and turn and rotate. And this area here, don't talk while you're doing it, should be able to move. Feels really good, actually. Okay, now point your chin to the ceiling and stretch it. And look down. A couple of really deep breaths. Now that high, deep breath you won't use when you're singing, of course, but it can be helpful when you're warming up just to start oxygenating your body. A lot of you singers have already discovered that you love to work out before you sing for the day. There's a reason for that. It helps to get phlegm out of the body. It helps to oxygenate your body. It also is a really great way to work out any stress or anxiety so your muscles can release a little bit more. Great. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. We're going to do a little descending 5-note pattern. It goes like this. We're going to go... descending scale again, move it around a little bit. Some deep breaths, swallow. Stretch it out again if you'd like to. Okay, now we're going to do some descending EUEs. So this will be a little more acrobatic. We're going to blend our brightest vowel and our darkest vowel. The goal is to keep the same resonant core. So if you're hearing yourself go EO, 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 E, and it's all over the place, you don't really have any stability inside, that's what we're looking to fix. The lips should be rubbery, they should move, they should feel very elastic, but we should hear that same resonant core. Let's start back on F major. So we go EO, 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 and again as opposed to EO, 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 EO. That's very shallow and you hear the resonance shifting all around. That's not as stable as it should be, so we don't get the greatest benefit from the breath. Some of the musculature can flex up there, so keep it nice and even, open. Feel that nice open column inside. Okay, here we go again. Okay, now let's move back up a little bit. Good. Okay, so that's the E-wee-wee. By now your voice should be feeling fairly warm. Say you're warming up and you have a lot of phlegm that day, maybe take a little bit of a break and let things settle just for a few minutes and then you can dig in again. If things are feeling really good and you want to continue, proceed. Okay, here's another exercise that takes us a little bit higher up and with a little bit bigger bite on the scale. So we're going to take it from a D major. We're going to sing an A vowel. It's a little bit more compact. It's a little bit brighter than the ah, so it helps us a little bit with that access to the top, but with some of that great brightness of the E vowel. So we're going to go A. And you don't need to hang out on the top. I just did that to exaggerate so you could hear exactly where we were going. But it's nice if you can keep it even keel. Just nice and easy. Ready? And. If you're a lower voice, you don't need to sing all the way to the C's, and you may want to sing a little bit lower than this. but that's a good frame of reference. It's just fast enough to keep the voice moving, but hopefully not so fast that you're going to be forcing things or tensing things. If you find that this tempo is too fast for you and you're lunging, slow it down a little bit. You're worried mostly about consistency, legato, how smooth is everything. You're not trying to get the notes out at any expense. Keep it clean and keep it moving, okay? Great. Okay, and the last warm-up we can do in our little section today, our little slice, is just some nice easy slides to the top. We're going to do these on an E vowel. These should be done in a mezzo forte or piano, and the reason for that is we don't want to sing in forte and maybe hide some tension that may be creeping in. We do it in a nice quiet dynamic with core in the tone to hunt for anything that may be left over in terms of jaw or tongue grip, or just to check and see if everything's functioning as it should in terms of transition through the register. Okay, so this is how this one works. We're just going to go keep sliding. Particular one. E vowels don't really exist in the wild up on top. We need to sing them, but for our intents and purposes, no need to sing up to your highest notes of your range with this glissando on an E. Let's head down just a little bit. So we're going to go back to F major. Okay, and there's a little slice of warm-up here. Hopefully that helps you get your voice going today. Again, leave comments for me if there are specific things that you are looking for or challenges you're running into, and let me know which things are most helpful, and I can create some more of that content for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to tune in to Survival for Singers on YouTube, the rest of the videos there, and survivalforsingers.com, where there are many other helpful articles about tips and tricks about surviving the business and things that you can do to be the best version of yourself. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.